Hello, welcome to Coffee Talk with Jill. I'm Jill Allen, the founder and owner of Jill Allen and Associates, an orthodontic consulting firm dedicated to startup practices and doctors and team members who've been in business 8 years or less. For this series of Coffee Talk, I'm going to be diving into the business basics that are often overlooked. These items truly help you set your business and your team up for success. Our first business basic is all about defining your patient demographics and how it will affect your new patient process and your marketing initiatives. The easiest way to do this is to ask yourself a few questions. The number one question is, what are you selling? Who are you selling it to? And how are you selling it? Now, I know that the word selling is a bit of a pinch in our industry, but this is something that you must embrace as a business owner. Now, you might think that these answers are the same for every orthodontist, but I want to challenge you in your thinking. First off, what are you selling? Could be any of the following. Let's just kind of think about that a little bit. What defines you in your practice and what makes you different from your maybe competitors or other doctors in the industry? Maybe you've got a practice that is really focusing on a liner treatment or Invisalign treatment. Maybe you've got a very high tech practice and you really want to promote that you are innovative with your treatment plans, that maybe your treatment plans are customized to each patient coming in the door. Or maybe let's just say you just really want to really highlight the fact that you are a very experienced orthodontist. Maybe you're family oriented, adult focused. It really doesn't matter. But I do think what is most important is that you identify what are you in your practice doing differently, and what are you going to be selling to your audience when they are looking for orthodontic treatment. The next thing is, how do you sell it? Now, I know that again kind of sounds a little bit strange, but think about, who do you want to get this message out to and how do you want to get this message out? So when we think about the how that goes along with the what, we need to be thinking about, maybe it is through your marketing plan. Maybe it's through the social pillars that you're going to set up to speak on in your marketing campaigns. Maybe it is through visiting your local dentists and doing lunch and learns with them. Maybe it is getting involved in your community and your schools and just being a part of the community. Maybe it's your online, like we talked about the pillars there. Again, it doesn't matter the how, but you have to know what the how is. You have to know how you're going to get your messaging out. And then the next thing that I really want you thinking about is the who. So who are you trying to get this message to? So if we're trying to get new patients in the door and we're trying to brand ourselves and set ourselves apart from maybe other doctors in the area, what I really want you thinking about is, who are you selling to, and trying to figure out who your patient demographics really are. So maybe you've got a very child focused practice, those bread and butter patients in an orthodontic office. And you're saying, my goal is to set up all of my marketing, all of my what I'm selling and how I'm selling it to those maybe 8 to 16-year-olds. Or maybe you've decided that, I really want to dive into the younger generation. And more of those patients that are really wanting that aligner treatment, kind of jump in, jump out, kind of meet a need for that younger adult crowd. So maybe you're going to really focus on that and really look at your marketing efforts going that way. Or maybe the opposite of that is, you're really trying to identify your moms, your older adults in your practice, the ones that have more of that disposable income, and you want to set up your practice and your marketing efforts towards those type of patients. Or maybe it's going to be all three. It doesn't, again, really matter, but if you haven't identified what you're trying to market, how you're trying to market it, and who you're marketing to, it's going to be very difficult for you to really get your messaging across. And what I really want you to think about as you finish up this coffee talk with me is, if you don't find a focus for these questions, your practice's brand is going to feel very sporadic and unresolved. So you really need to define your practice and create your story around these three items so that patients know what lane they're in and they know who to go to for the care that they're looking for. If you want to hear more about this topic, please write in the comments below, ask me some questions, and don't forget to like this video and follow us. You can always reach out to us on our social media pages or jump in and check out my website at www.practiceresults.com. Now, next Thursday, we're going to be doing another coffee talk, and I will be talking about the next steps in the Business Basics series. And this one is going to be about establishing your practice core values. So until next time, happy Thursday.